Hello and welcome to another episode of At Your Warehouse. I'm Exkeys, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, mostly evil companies. But first off, I'd like to thank everyone that subscribed to me. We've reached over 1,000 subscribers. And what does that mean? I am now a proud, what do you call it? Partner? I'm a partner. I'm a YouTube partner, which means I get $1.50 a day. That almost covers my beer budget, but not quite. So we need more subscribers. We need subscribers to subscribe for subscribers. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So what we're gonna talk about is uh, how these companies are stealing your jobs. Stealing your jobs, you say? Which companies are stealing your jobs? Well, all of them. They're all trying to steal your jobs and give them to somebody that'll do it for less. Who are those companies? Well, like, pretty much all of them. You've heard of Amazon, right? They've been in the news for quite a while about how they're mistreating their employees. Oh, what's their excuse? Oh, we don't actually employ our employees. They're contract workers. Okay? There are third party companies that will work together with a much larger company. And this way, so when they mistreat their employees, there's no face to it. They can say, oh, it's not us, it's them. You know, it's not. Amazon treats its employees really well, I'm sure, as, as well as all the other companies. But if you're contracted through those companies, you are being mistreated and underrepresented. Representative. You're being underrepresented. Okay, so yes, and so who are these third companies? Third party companies. Well, one of them, one major one, is a company called Capstone. And you may work for them if you're watching my video. You may have some Capstone employees in your warehouse. Well, what is Capstone? That's exactly what I just said. A third party company. And their job is to take your job if you aren't already working for them. Okay, so um, let's say a company, I'm not going to say which name, acquires another company, like another warehouse. Okay, let's say like Albertsons was recently acquired by Kroger. Okay, so if you work for Albertsons, you probably are safe for a little bit. You get to keep your job. But slowly, Kroger is going to creep in. And they're going to want to cut your wages. Well, they can't just cut your wages, especially if you're a union member. They can't just say, oh, we're not going to pay you all as much, or we're going to rehire you and drop your salary down. No, no, no. What they're going to do is they're going to bring Capstone in. And Capstone is a really awesome company for certain people. So let's say you're a felon, or you're a new, you're a kid. Maybe you're uh, just an undesirable. I don't know. Somebody that's kind of stinky. Um, anyway, you can be working for Capstone. If you can't work at Walmart and nobody will hire you, Capstone will hire you. Okay? And not saying that all Capstone employees are undesirables. Okay? Just majority are. They do not do background checks. They do not care about anything other than they want somebody that will work for them for a bare minimum, that can't work anywhere else, so they can pay them nothing and make them work a lot for nothing. That's the Capstone way. So let's say you're in a warehouse and you have a lot of they do a lot of unloading trucks, okay, receiving and such, and they also do order selecting. They do high lift work, but they're going to come in and take one of your jobs away, just like one, and they're going to try and say, okay, no, Capstone's going to take care of this, which means everybody else in your warehouse is not going to have that position anymore. So that means the same amount of people, but less positions. Well, then they can slowly weed you out, and then you can go work for Capstone for less money, right? Win-win for them. Okay. Um, so that's what's happening. That's what's happening to warehouses all over the country and other like businesses as well. They will contract Capstone to come in, bring in workers that they wouldn't normally hire. So you couldn't work for Walmart if you were a felon, but you could work for Capstone, and Walmart will contract Capstone out, and you'll work inside a Walmart warehouse. But you're not a Walmart employee, so it's okay that you're a felon, which I'm fine with felons getting work. Okay, I am not against felons getting work, but don't come take my job, okay, and undercut my pay. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's right. It shouldn't be right. Create new jobs for felons, or maybe we should think about our whole felon system that once you become a felon, you're always a felon and you'll never be able to get a good job. Felons unfortunately become non-citizens. You can't vote. There's so many things that you can't do, and it is probably the reason for our homeless crisis, our prison crisis, because once you're a felon, well, you might as well keep doing crime, because what else are you going to do? Nobody will hire you. But Capstone will, which is good. I love that. But they will underpay you for the same work as somebody who isn't a felon. So let's say I make $30, $40 an hour. Well, you can come in, bring that Capstone guy in there. He'll do the exact same job for $12 an hour. Okay? But he's not getting paid by the hour. Oh, no. You're getting paid by the job. So if you're a slow worker, you're not getting paid at all. And they take advantage of their employees very easily, because none of them, for the most part, are union members. Maybe there's some out there, but everything is remote. The HR, everything is in another facility somewhere else, and you're alone in the warehouse with your one supervisor. Nobody to come to. You can't come to the company because you don't work for the company. You don't work for the Cisco warehouse that you're working in. You work for Cisco. Capstone. You work for Capstone. So, yeah, you have no protection. And that's what they want. And they want to be able to fire you and not worry about anything, because you don't work for them. They don't have to, that company doesn't have to worry about your paying your what do you call it? Unemployment. Your unemployment. Yeah. So why do companies do this? Well, it's not because they necessarily want to mistreat their employees. It's not because they really are trying to be evil. It's just that they have shareholders.
We've just released our fourth quarter results, and due to your hard work, we have some really exciting things to celebrate. First, you delivered a strong quarter. Second, we'll be splitting our stock on Friday. Third, we're increasing our dividend. And fourth, we're making an exciting acquisition.
And they have numbers to meet, and they're not meeting them. And how do they meet the numbers? They need to fire people, or they need to replace people with lower paid people. Because it's all about those numbers. That's all that matters. And it's very short-sighted of a company, but they fall into this every time. They're only thinking about this next quarter. They're not thinking, okay, well, we just fired somebody really good at their job, and what's going to happen 2 years from now, or a few months from now, when it gets busy? Now we don't have that employee that was really good at their job, but we saved a little bit of money. In the short term, maybe that month we saved some money because we fired somebody. But now you have overtime they have to pay 3 months from now. They're so short-sighted. They're only thinking about this quarter, and that's it. And that's a really big problem in these big companies. It promotes, unethical, they're unethically motivated when running a company. They're only focused on these numbers. What they see on the computer, that is it. That is all that matters. They do not care about the people, the morality. They don't care about the morale. They don't care if the employees are happy. In fact, they prefer that you were unhappy because they want you to quit. They don't want you to gain pay. They don't want you to move up in the ranks and have to pay you more. Because to them, it doesn't matter. It's just about numbers. It doesn't matter that they have better employees. They want cheaper employees. That's all they care about. These big companies have high turnover rates for a reason. They do not want you working there a long time. So they can hire somebody new or somebody that will do it for less, or rehire you and has less pay, you know. And then, if they keep the labor costs down, um, their stockholders will be happy. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a repeating record now at this point, but yes, they do not care about you, no matter what they say, no matter what propaganda they put on the walls, whatever, whatever they're doing. They're giving you sandwiches, trying to make you feel like you're important. All they care about is moving up these higher seniority or higher level management people. They want to make themselves look good for the short time so they can move up. They don't care about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. They're worried about what's happening this quarter, what's happening this year. Then they can move up and get out of there, wherever they're at. They don't care about you. These people that are running warehouses, they have little to no care. Now, this direct supervisors, they know what they're doing. They care about you. They want to make everything run smoothly because it makes their day run smooth, and they want to get things done quick so they can get home. That they really, if you just let the lower tier people make the decisions, your warehouses would run a lot better, and you could pay them well and still get really good numbers. But they're only focused on the short-term goals, and it kills the long term. And so they're always going to be chasing these numbers because they're never going to reach something because you're always killing it before it ever reaches there. They can't wait. They have no patience. It's all about right now. I want to change this because this isn't working because I fucked it up last quarter. I made a big change last quarter to try and fix this mistake, and now it's created a new mistake, and now I'm going to blame you because I need to move up. These freaking idiots, absolute idiots, run these. Not probably at the highest level, but like that mid-level, like direct control of a few hundred people. That level is run by total freaking idiots. They do not care about communication. They do not care about the company. All they care about is getting another raise, which means getting good numbers in the short term. And that's going to kill all these companies. In the long run, it's going to kill them. And it's going to make your job, make you unhappy at your job. Most people are dissatisfied with your job because of people like this that are only caring about the short term. They don't care that maybe you want to grow in this company and retire here. They prefer you didn't. They prefer you quit long before then, or they can fire you, hopefully. That's it. But yeah, that's my rant for the day. But overall, if you can defeat these guys, because a lot of us are union, so we can fight back a little bit, and we can try hard to not give them what they want. Don't let them push you around. Do your job, do a good job. But if they start trying to push you too far, dial that back. Only don't give it to them if they're gonna be they don't appreciate what you're doing. Don't give them any more. Give them bare minimum at most. And if you can give them less than bare minimum, give them less than bare minimum because they don't care about you. All right. If you can get away with it, you get away with it. Okay, because you need to worry about yourself too. You can't be killing yourself because this guy wants to get a raise. Okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But it's a good job if everybody on your team in your warehouse, that is below that guy or that corporate office, if y'all can work together as a team to make your warehouse have an understanding that you're not going to take so much, there's only so much you're going to take. You're not going to let them bring in Capstone and take your jobs. You're not going to let them tell you that you're not working fast enough or hard enough. You're like, okay, as a whole, you need to agree. This is how far we're going to go. All right? No further. And if they try to like start weeding you out, you need to go less. And you all need to bring your levels down together. All right? And you need to have unity, solidarity, as the great Jimmy Hoffa once said.
Can combat those congressmen and senators who believe that they have a right to run our unions, not the members, by simply creating unity of a Harry Bridges, of a mine mill and smelter workers, of all of the unions that were kicked out of the AFL-CIO, including the Teamsters, for this single solitary reason, no other reason.
Solidarity. For real. We need to be working together. All union, or even non-union warehouses should be working together to stop these guys from trying to make our lives miserable so that they can get a little pay raise, so their quarter looks a little bit better, so the stockholders are a little bit more happy. Why are we chasing these imaginary numbers? It is nonsense. And thank you for watching. Sorry it's been a long time since I've made a video. Hopefully I can start making some more. I gotta be careful because they want me gone too. That's why I gotta cover my face. They don't want me talking about this. They don't want me to show what the warehouse looks like. They don't want me to do any of that. So thanks for subscribing. Let's get more subscribers. So maybe I could do this full time. Who knows? You can totally like and subscribe this. I'm not forcing it, but it would be nice. Don't unsubscribe because I'll lose my $1.50 a day, and I really like my $1.50 a day. So yeah, there's that. All right, thank you all. Have a good day.